And good evening, everyone. I'm Jeremy J. Ford here with Fox, West Texas. And today we're at the Western Heritage Classic Parade. It's a beautiful day outside, and we're out here at about 6 o'clock. It's almost time to start. The parade's already started a little bit of a ways behind us, so sooner or later it'll be coming in. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch, we're going to make sure that we critique and enjoy all the floats. We've got the Clydesdales and a number of other floats along with horses and carriages and whatnot. And we're going to make sure that we watch them all as they make their way right here down Walnut. So we've already got our first float coming in. I'm going to step to the side right quick as they make their way through, because this is the Honor Guard. The TD CJ Middleton Unit Honor Guard. As you guys can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white horses in the front making their way with the flags to set off this parade. And as you guys continue to watch, directly behind them is the world famous Hardin-Simmons University 6 white horses. Now that's the front, the 6 white horses. Those are the Hardin-Simmons 6 white horses along with the Honor Guard. And right behind them, of course, is the Grand Marshal. The Grand Marshal is on its way through right behind those world famous Hardin-Simmons 6 white horses. Debbie Jones and the 6 white horses making their way. And here comes the Grand Marshal, that's Jimbo Humphreys. The Grand Marshal is making his way through. We've got a beautiful, beautiful dark brown black horse along with the Grand Marshal. Coming on through next, we've got the Dias Air Force Base official, 7th Bomb Wing Commando, Colonel Seth St. Pierre. That's the Dias Air Force Base right there. And of course, in the next wagon, along with the wagon driver, Larry Stark. And of course, there's Mayor Weldon Hurt, the City of Abilene Mayor. Right after that, we've got the Taylor County Sheriff, Ricky Bishop. And if you guys are still with us, we've also got the Wagon Drive with William McGee. The Taylor County Commissioners are on their way through. The Expo Board President, Dennis Odell. They're all making their way through. Plenty of horses, plenty of fun. And here the Expo Center General Manager, Rochelle Johnson. And finally, as these horses and carriages make their way through, we've got the Western Heritage Classic Executive Board, Taylor County Commissioners. There they are. They're a little bit further back in the parade than we thought they would be. The Taylor County Commissioners. The Taylor County Commissioners are a little bit further back in the parade than we thought they would be. A little bit out of order, but that's okay because they still made their way through. So, if you guys pay attention close, behind me we have a whole nother section and realm of horses that are going to be making their way right around the corner. And we've got another, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a whole bunch of horses making their way through. And waving at the camera. Yee-haw! And here comes the WHC sponsors, the sponsor wagon from First Financial Bank and Star Electric with wagon driver Ashton Donald. And now that the horses have made their way through, you guys, let's look at some of the cars in the parade. We've got the Lawrence Hall of Abilene car making its way through. That's the WHC flag sponsor, the Benny Keith Company, and the WHC flag sponsor, the Big Country Tile Company. There's the Lawrence Hall of Abilene truck making its way through. And another Lawrence Hall of Abilene making its way through. There's 6 white stick horse riders, again with the Lawrence Hall of Abilene, making its way through. And finally, we've got one more car with the Lawrence Hall of Abilene making its way through. And here comes the Budweiser Clydesdales. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri, so I'm a little bit used to the Budweiser Clydesdales. And these are the same exact Clydesdales that did opening day at the St. Louis Cardinals game, and the same Clydesdales that you guys see in the commercials. Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch, and Greg is on top. As we continue to make our way through the parade, McCoy's Building Supply has a very beautiful green and yellow float, almost in honor of John Deere, but it's not. It's McCoy's Building Supply. And then here we have the Big Country Water Services making their way through. For all your water needs, and of course, that's Colt Long with the 1953 Farm Mall seat trailer. Here we've got Wiley Implement and Sprayers. Now, making their way through on a big case tractor. And the 40-something Cowgirls. 40-something Cowgirls, can we get away for the camera? The 40-something Cowgirls, that's a nationwide organization of women with a cowgirl spirit, also known as the funniest bunch of horsewomen on the planet. The 40-something, now are there 40-something of you guys here? All right. All on horses as well. The 40-something Cowgirls, all wearing pink and riding horses. So now coming up, this is the Second Chance Cowboy Church. Now this is a rapidly growing group of people who gather weekly to worship Christ in a relaxed atmosphere. Everyone is welcome. And you can just come join the Cowboy Church on Sundays at 10:30. And behind them is the Sioux Shriners of the Abilene Shrine Club, providing hope and healing to children for over 100 years through Shriners Hospital and outpatient services. The Shriners. And then coming up is the Texas A&M Forest Service. Let's help Smokey the Bear wrangle some wildfires, because only you can prevent wildfires. And there is Smokey the Bear. Only you can help prevent wildfires. And this is the 4-H Club of Taylor County. Come learn and ride with us. Horse riders of the 4-H Club. The 4-H Club of Taylor County, making a presence right here in the Western Heritage Parade. Now we're going to switch things up a little bit. We got a couple of cars coming through. Right here we've got a Pontiac Firebird with a 400 engine, ready to go. It can't rev it, but it's still right here on the parade. And right here we have a Chevrolet, a nice old Chevrolet Nomad, making its way through. representing the Abilene Wrecker Service, and the Red Roses Red Hat Society, a group of women who get together to have fun. Nolan County Sheriff's Posse, founded in 1967 and later changed to a family organization, is here in the parade. There goes your Wrecker Service. And here comes your Ramblin' Red Roses Red Hat Society. The Ramblin' Red Roses Red Hat Society. You guys wait for the camera. Here we have the Nolan County Sheriff's Posse, founded in 1967 and later changed to a family organization. A little bit out of order, but here we go. Kind of coming fast, kind of coming slow. And they're coming through on horses. This is the Abilene Preservation League. All on horses and all making their way through. All right, coming through now is the Ben Ritchie Boys Ranch Chili Super Bowl, 43rd Chili Super Bowl, August 30th and 31st, Labor Day weekend. You guys get ready for the Ben Ritchie Chili Super Bowl. It's coming. That's Labor Day weekend. Revolution Strings, combination of student musicians and Abilene High and a Cooper High Schools. Here they come. Are you ready? Again, Revolution Strings. Now listen here. This is Revolution Strings. Now that's a combination, one more time, it's a combination of student musicians from Abilene High School and Cooper High Schools, directed by Thomas Roberts. Revolution Strings. Yay! Ladies and gentlemen, Revolution Strings! With wagon driver David Beard. Coming through now, we've got the Texas Road Runners Car Club of Hawley. Dory Baruch with a 1998 Easy Go T-Bucket. And the Texas Road Runners Car Club of Hawley with Leon Baruch with a 1939 Chevrolet Master Deluxe. Oh, and we're gonna keep going with these cars because that is Jim Aldis in a 1955 Buick Special. And we've got George and Teresa Taylor in a 2013 Fender Edition Volkswagen. Now we've got the Coleman County Cowgirls. They performed at Texas State Fair in Dallas, and they perform at the Texas Cowboy Reunion and in Comanche. In this GMC is the Jackson Brothers Feed 1 and 2. Now that business, the Jackson Brothers Feed, has been locally owned for 42 years. And they're more than a feed store with 2 locations to serve you, Jackson Feed and Seed. And now the next float is the Elliott Electrical Supply. Now that's Abilene's premier electrical supply house with a huge inventory and free delivery. Coming up next is Blue Cross and Blue Shield and Blue Bear. Blue Bear is a health and wellness ambassador for BCBS of Texas. Blue Bear with Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas. You guys, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the West Texas Cowgirls! Now that's a new drill team based out of Abilene, Texas, and they're always seeking new members to be a West Texas Cowgirl. Here we go with the Lowry Classic Cars, deputy sheriffs. These deputies are here to check your guns and wish everyone a good time. And behind them, taking a pause, making sure they get everything right, is Roberts Truck Center, which is an international dealership. There we go. You guys be sure and shop at Roberts Truck Center, an international dealership to serve you with all make parts, mobile service, sales, lease, rental at Roberts Truck. Again, Roberts Truck Center. Be sure to go for make, models, and parts. And look at this right here behind me is the Jones County Cowgirls, under the direction of Morgan Blanton and drill master Samantha House, formed in 2020. Kiwanis Club of Abilene is now making their way, established over 100 years ago, and is known for the annual Pancake Day, which is their main fundraiser to help benefit the children in our area. The Kiwanis Club, Fort Griffin Living History Association. Again, that's the Fort Griffin Living History Association, making history come to life every October at the Fort Griffin State Park near Albany. Oh, and we've got a good one here. Cowboy Capital PRCA Teen Queen, she just went through. And that's Jake Engelick, restored 1956 Studebaker, just went through. And Fairy Tale Fields, Barbara, AKA Barbie, the sassiest mini horse, as you just saw, the sassiest mini horse from Clyde in America, has gone through. And now we're pretty much, well, let me let everyone go through. Let me find the page. Let me let everyone go through. Thank you, thank you. All right. So now as the parade has made its way through Walnut Street, let me make sure I give you guys a little bit of history of the Western Heritage Parade, for those of you that don't know. In 1985, a few local cowboys formed teams to complete an authentic ranch activities that involved a scoring system used to determine who was the best working ranch. It was an event that not only changed the participants, but it drew a crowd and established a way to support a local charity. As the event began to grow, organizers set a goal to build a prestigious event that would preserve Western heritage traditions. And that event is the Western Heritage Classic, something celebrated every year right here in Abilene, Texas. And there's a couple of things I also want you guys to know that, you know, today we had some events. Today we had opening day with the Bill and Square Show, vendors, Cowboy Porch Rim, the Star, sponsored by Frontier Texas. But I also want you to know that there's a whole bunch more events to come for the rest of the week. For instance, Friday, we've got vendors will be in the Big Country Hall display building outside and the Taylor Telecom building. There'll be cowboy music, Craig Cameron horse demo, the Rhinestone Roundup, and the Ranch Rodeo, along with so much more. And that's Friday. And then Saturday, we've also got the Haney Cannon Stick Horse and Rodeo, steer dummy roping, barrel racing, bronc riding, steer roping, boot race, and stick horses. That's to come on Saturday, along with Marched Horse Race World Finals, WHC Ranch Horse Sale, cowboy music, of course. What would Texas be without a little bit of cowboy music, which includes Old Time Fiddlers Contest and Jake Hooker and the Outsiders. You guys have to go see that band. The Ranch Rodeo and the Ranch Rodeo Awards ceremony will all be taking place on Saturday, along with, and certainly last but not the least, the world famous Chuck Wagon Cook-Off, which is sponsored by HEB. So you guys make sure that you spend the rest of your weekend enjoying all of Abilene's Western Heritage Classic events. Jeremy J. Ford right here for Fox West Texas. You guys be sure and join us at 6 and 9 on Fox West Texas.